Hey everyone, welcome back to AFTV. It's part 2 of the super fan debate and we're discussing the combined 11. But in case you missed the first one, obviously go watch it. We're going to introduce again the Chelsea panel. We have Rory,
Thank you.
we have Matisse, and we have Sophie. And on the Arsenal side, Cecil, Lee and Robbie.
So we're louder as always, as usual. We're louder as always.
Now, combined 11s, they always get a bit tasty because it's about formations. Is it about, are you judging form, not form? So this is my general rule. If these players, you're picking a team that's going to go out and play this match tomorrow, that makes you think, well, their form they're in, but also, do you trust maybe a Sterling? Yeah, he's not in the best form, but would you still really overlook a player like him? I think that's the way we've got to judge
So just so I understand correctly, if it were tomorrow, Ben Chilwell's not fit. Ben Chilwell's not in this conference. Ben Chilwell, is that how you...
Injuries is a big...
Just so I...
You know what? You just go by the...
Well, if everyone's fit.
Assume they're fit and available to play tomorrow.
Appreciate the business.
I think we've got to be fair.
It wouldn't be a conversation, would it, really?
Yeah, but...
So assume everyone's fit.
Good point, yes.
Thank you.
Very, very true. So my rule has a few...
Caveats.
Yes, problems with it. But anyway, we're going to kick things off, obviously, in goal.
Who are you going to go for as your goalkeeper? Because it's a bit if and miss.
You've got to choose between you which goalkeeper you want to put forward
I'll form goalkeeper's Kepa, right?
Discussed this before. He's wrong form,
You look
I think
we got Matt Turner.
Look, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this as a team, but for my shout, it's Ramsdale.
Let's just move on. Because it is Ramsdale.
Just leading him in there.
A bit of fun with that one.
You weren't at Brian's, I'm not really sure what you're on about there.
This would not go back a couple months. This
UEFA
would have been a
goalkeeper of
very
the year,
different.
Mendy.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think if Mendy, if he was coming off the UEFA goalkeeper of the year, going for the big award with Donnarumma as well, you know, clean sheet records, all that, then he would be going in. But because of Kepa's kind of form being like, you know,
what's happened to Mendy though?
Rejuvenated. He had an injury, and then Kepa came in and just rejuvenized. And
but even
hold on a minute.
then.
He was having some mistakes.
Kepa had a few good games, and now he started doing Kepa-ish stuff.
And Mendy, I don't think he was ever that good.
What?
You're joking.
Really?
You are joking, Rory.
I think he was in. I think he was in brilliant form. I think he was in brilliant form. He played very well, and it all went very well for him.
Wow.
But you know how, for example, think of the best players that you've ever had the privilege of watching, right? Whether it's Henry, Tony Adams, whoever. Yeah. You can always think of that player having a bad turn, right? You can always be a brilliant player out of form. Alan Shearer went a period where he didn't score any goals. It happens. My question is, can you go the other way? Can you be a fairly average player who just happens to have a great run? Yeah, and things go your way.
That happens.
And I think that happened to.
Do you think he got found out then? Because I think he's been good.
I just don't think he's.
I think he's a good keeper, but his distribution.
His distribution. That's what lets him down.
That's why for me Ramsdale's in.
So you're happy with Ramsdale and Conan?
Well, it is
because we can't even choose.
We don't even have a now. We don't have a number one.
So
we have
Ramsdale.
Should we give Ramsdale his flowers? I mean, distribution superb, and he's done a really good job.
And I also think
Arsenal fans ridiculed that signing when we bought him.
Do you think that the last couple of months, I think he's got better and better?
Yeah.
I think the last couple of months is really.
You know, a good goalkeeper when you're not talking about them. You know, we're not having to discuss. Okay, we talk about his distribution, but we're not having to sort of like. I don't know what he just quietly
I like his personality as well. Yeah. I like the way that
he. A big thing with him. I'm going to say this now. He went to the internationals last time, didn't play, and I think that was a little reminder for him, like to knuckle down and everything like that. Right. I think he's come back from that and been superb.
Phil Rory said as well, he's got good attitude. He wouldn't, you know, if his manager says to him, tell him to come off, he would come off. You know, so I think. It's not good.
That's why you're here, son. That's why you're here.
We're in, Matisse. We're in.
Okay.
Next one.
You gave me a look there, Matisse. Do you disagree with me?
I don't think Mendy's average. I think he's a very good goalkeeper. I think his distribution lets him down, but the sheer reach and size of him for cross collection and shot stopping, I do think he's a very good goalkeeper. And I think when you do what you did in the Champions League with all those clean sheets, all those matches where, you know, we just didn't concede a goal. Our defence from top to bottom was just, you know, unstoppable. I think he's got to get his credit for that. And I love the journey of Mendy because he was unemployed. He wasn't even he was coming from nothing and he just become now world renowned, like, you know, first choice for Chelsea. So I think it's close, but because we can't even decide on the goalkeeper, Ramsdale's
in. Let's start with Sophie at right back. We are saying Reece James is fit.
Okay, I would like to pick Reece James, based on the fact he's much better.
Good logic. It's an excellent logic.
Listen. He is by far one of Chelsea's best players when he's fit on the day, isn't he? I mean, without him, we do concede more goals.
I think you make a case for him being our best and most important player.
Yeah. And without him, we concede more goals. Like, he's good in defence, he's good going forward. He's literally got the whole package for what you need in a wing back.
I think in the way that we immediately accepted that it was Ramsdale, surely you're going to do the same here.
Yeah. Well, no.
I think it's a bit more of a debate with what.
You know what? With me, I'm going to be honest. It's not that I'm not saying it could be Reece James. Yeah, could be, right? But what I'm saying is, you said a team that completely go out and play tomorrow. Ben White has been incredible.
He's been outstanding.
He has been absolutely.
I really don't think you can let him the two.
Right, so
Reece James has locked up Vinicius Jr. at the Santiago Bernabeu.
You can do this, Rob, if you want, as like a gentle homage to your guy.
Yes.
And be
why do it's not a gentle homage. It's not a gentle homage.
Reece James is not only the best right back
If I'll be honest.
at these two clubs, he's the best right back in the country. He can defend. He can play in back three, he can play right back, he can play wing back, he can score goals, he can cross the ball. He's played in midfield for Wigan out on loan. He's captained them in the Championship. This guy, when he was a teenager, I don't know what Ben White was doing as a teenager. If you're going to have this, we're not going to let Ben White's had a great season, but Reece James has had a great couple of seasons, and if it wasn't for injuries, like, his statistics would be on Trent's level. In fact, it was on Trent's level last season, even with injuries. So this is.
I think he's a good player, Joe.
Also, wait a minute, you just shush. You had your turn. You would.
No dinner for you tonight.
No. If Reece was fit now, who would be playing in the World Cup? And that's your answer.
In the World Cup.
Because I'm not.
Who would play for England?
Southgate.
Walker started above him.
No, I'm out of the
Walker
two.
even in the last World Cup.
Out of the two.
That's a good point.
Out of the two, who would be?
Out of Ben White and
Reece. Yeah, who
I
out of the
think
two?
there's a shout for Ben White. Listen, to move it on,
This is ridiculous.
I'll give you Reece James.
I'm going to give you a disrespect for Ben White.
Right now, it's close. I'm telling you.
You can't do this because this is going to set the tone.
You wait until you see him on Sunday.
In order to keep this video moving, right? To keep it engaging.
Yeah, I'll give you Reece
You've got to
James.
just go, like, you know how we went with the keeper, right? It's your keeper.
Yeah, what we're saying is,
because yours is clear cut.
Us three could be having this conversation with fans of any club in the entire world, and they would all say Reece James.
Yeah,
and you made it
I'm going to say it is, but I think that it's a lot closer than what you think.
Best right back.
Reece James
has
has
been
been touted by Real Madrid.
When you're saying these things, right? Best right back in the league, probably right this season has been who?
Reece James.
Reece James is injured.
If you used to say this season, who's been the best right back in the league? Ben White is in that conversation. It's not like, you know what I mean, not like a little gentle homage, right?
We're not just taking.
We're saying this for it's based off of fact. This guy's been
If this was only about form, the whole Arsenal team would be in. But you cannot discount Reece James, what he's done.
No, I'm giving we're saying
Champions League level.
We're saying put a bit of respect to him.
Graciously giving you Reece James.
You got him. All right.
So Ramsdale, Reece James.
Right, take it in, Reece James.
We're going to do the centre backs together, guys. We're going to do centre backs together.
I think we can do this really easily. Are we doing two centre backs?
Yeah, Saliba and
Let's just be
Gabriel.
really respectful to one another. It's obviously Thiago Silva.
Yes.
And then it's nobody else.
We're not playing Vets football here,
It's Thiago Silva plus one. Whoever you want that one to be, in my opinion.
Saliba plus one.
And Thiago Silva.
It could be Saliba and Gabriel.
Gabriel's been good.
But, you know, personally, I'm not against that.
He's not having a lot.
I'm struggling here. I'm really struggling.
Gabriel, as much as I like Gabriel and High School Musical and all these things, let's look at some of the performances early on in the season when you guys were looking at him and he's a bit shaky and he could give away a little moment here at Old Trafford. He's not tracking this right.
Let's look at last week.
Let's have a look at
last week. Thiago Silva.
He had his first bad game.
Last week.
First bad game since his debut.
You see that? Let's look at early in the season. Last week,
he had his
Thiago Silva.
He had his first bad game since his debut at Hawthorn.
You know what I mean?
He literally had his
They have
first
to go
bad
that
game.
far back. Look at last week.
One bad game.
It's his first bad game since his debut at the Hawthorn.
So what's he been doing for the past other games? What he's been keeping?
He's been incredible.
He's been incredible.
like
38.
Do you know
how good he is?
Do you know
He's been one of our
genuinely?
most
Like this is, I'm
player
not articulate enough to tell you how brilliant he is, how good he is, how much I love him. You know, you can make a case for him, and Chelsea fans will genuinely have to have this debate. You know, over the years, you would have gone if Chelsea did an all-time 11. You go, it's Terry Carvalho, almost to a man.
Yep.
Thiago Silva is now in that conversation. Genuinely, he is potentially one of the very best who've ever played for the club.
Wow.
He's genuinely.
I actually think he's a very good player.
I rate him.
So Thiago Silva +1.
No, stop saying that, right? Stop saying, because it should be Saliba +1.
So Saliba and Thiago Silva.
Saliba's been the best.
Okay, so Thiago Silva and Saliba.
Plus what? But say Saliba first.
Say Saliba first. Best centre back in the league so far this season.
We're going to say Thiago Silva first because Saliba probably looks up to him. That's what
Don't you
we're
dare!
going to do.
He's going to surpass Thiago Silva.
So when he
plays on the left?
Don't you dare!
I think Thiago Silva left, Saliba right.
Saliba then Thiago Silva.
Because obviously Thiago Silva.
Gabriel, you know, when it.
We've got Saliba and Thiago Silva. There's 2 all so far. Left back. You got the mighty. Well, you got Chilwell, £60 million Cucurella to put forward.
Not him. I love it.
We've got 3 players to put forward: Zinchenko, Tierney, and Tomiyasu. To be fair, has been playing there. He didn't get to the right back.
Any of them
Just give us an answer. Just say it.
I mean, the answer is Chilwell, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
The answer is Ben Chilwell.
No.
Come on.
I don't know.
They're having 3 at the back that can see like every other week.
How much space have you got on the hard drive?
Yeah, so it should be a long one.
Hold on, Zinchenko's just signed. You've barely seen him because he's now picked up an injury.
Don't say that because we haven't done injuries. We haven't done that.
Okay, yeah, I know, but he's only just joined your club. He's only just joined your club. He's only just joined your club, so you haven't seen enough.
He could be 1 of 3.
He has been unreal.
Who's your lead? Who is your
Could be
lead?
Kieran Tierney's better than
Who
Chilwell.
are you putting forward?
Yes, he is.
I'm going to put.
Don't even know. Have a conversation.
Because we're going on to injuries.
No, you have a
We're going on to injuries here, like, because, like, you know,
Who's your
David James is playing. I mean, Reece James is playing at right back. It's got to be Zinchenko.
So that's who Arsenal. So the Arsenal side are putting forward Zinchenko as our best.
We could put forward 1 of 3
Chilwell.
that all been better than Chilwell.
I think, to be honest,
Coming back from injury.
What happened to Cucurella?
Go on, so.
to be honest, Rory,
Go on, so.
I think when Ben Chilwell first came to Chelsea, he was amazing. I know we're not basing it on injuries, but I think since he came back from injury, I don't think he's been the player that he was prior to that.
There you go.
So
Thank you,
I
Sophie.
will give it to you on that. I will let you have that.
So I said 1 of 3.
Do you know
Don't know any of the names.
I tried to be incredibly, like, you know, I gave you the keeper. I didn't even make it a debate. But this is a hill I'll die on. Like, it is Ben Chilwell.
I love Ben Chilwell.
I'm dying on this hill, and why are you making me do that? It is Ben Chilwell.
Let me ask you, because you put forward Zinchenko. I remember Chilwell locking up Sterling in the Champions League final. Do you trust Zinchenko defensively against some of the best wingers in the league? Because I don't think you do. Because why does Tomiyasu come in as a right winger? Why do you guys discuss Tierney? You don't even know your strongest left back. Sometimes it's Tierney.
He is a proper left back.
Sometimes it's
Different
Tierney.
guys for different
Sometimes
situations.
It's Tomiyasu. Yeah, but our guys for all situations. Our guys
Yeah,
for all
man, and they
situations.
concede every
No,
week.
because Chelsea had the best defence in Europe. That's what people were talking about.
Not this season.
I'm amazed.
Let's confer, right? Because it could be any 1 of 3. So who are we going to...
You chose
They keep swapping.
Who are we going for?
Let's just go to Tierney. They're all better.
Who should we
Rory,
put forward?
I'm sorry.
You're in Judas, wasn't it? Sophie Iscariot.
Do not call me.
Sophie Iscariot.
You're horrible. I'm not a Judas. I'm not a Judas. Wait, we've got the midfield.
And it's got to be Tierney, because even Sophie's going against
Okay,
it.
so hold on.
It's got to be an Arsenal, please.
So you've now put Tierney forward over.
I don't care. I put any one of them.
Any of them.
They can't even agree.
Any of the 3.
Because they're bloody good. That's why we can't agree. Like you're worried. You got Cucurella playing. Cucurella. He's playing.
Cucurella.
Like a great dish. Jones playing right back.
My mind is blown.
You're bang out of order today.
And
You've made a mockery of the whole thing. You've made a mockery of the
Don't do this.
I'm going to stop now.
Sorry, what were the options
You've ruined
again?
the whole video. I'm going to stop.
Because I can't
You've made a
hear amongst the
mockery of the whole
madness.
combined 11. I'm being so honest.
What does he have above our options?
I agree with Sophie. I think it was you got a case before.
I don't talk to Sophie anymore.
Yeah.
Sophie is scary. She's off the team. She's off the team.
And then I would have picked him as well.
I said I was going to go on the hill and you went the other way.
Come on.
Big up to Sophie for honesty.
Big up me.
It's incorrect.
No, it's not.
So
just
we
keep
left
going
back
down that hill like
Ramsdale. It was Ramsdale. It was Saliba. It will definitely be Partey. It will definitely. I'm going to be so honest. I'm going to be so honest.
Let's move it on, son.
We'll let them decide.
No, who edits? In the graphic, put Chilwell. This is mental.
No,
I don't know who I'm talking to. There's nobody there.
Just talking to the space.
I would have put it to the comments if it weren't for Sophie.
So who have we decided?
On to
the next.
Of course, comment section, please get involved with this particular debate.
Well, next.
Well, we're going to go for the defensive midfielder now.
He's ready set.
Tom, there's nothing to say here.
Okay.
Thomas Partey.
Jorginho, Ballon d'Or.
No.
Next.
Moving on.
With all due respect.
No, these will wait.
We don't need that.
We don't
want to respect.
I remember under Lampard, Jorginho coming on and us winning at the Emirates, right? So let's have some respect.
He should be sent off.
He changed the game. He changed the game. Him and Tariq Lamptey came on and won at the Emirates and changed the game.
Jorginho, that's how many died.
Okay, so we're going to
He should have been sent off.
But it is Partey. It is Partey.
Okay.
Good bit of respect you put in there.
Next one.
Well, we're keeping it to a 4-3-3. So the midfielders either side. Who's the first one? I'm going to be nice. Go to Chelsea
Granit
first.
Xhaka.
You didn't even like him a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We love him.
You were telling him to leave.
Don't you dare!
You won't actually put him in a team, will you? Somebody that disrespect the armband of
No
Arsenal.
way.
Even out of pride.
Kovacic.
Oh, I do like him.
Even out of pride and respect.
I do like him.
You do like a bit of Kovacic.
But at the moment,
told you all to F off.
Granit Xhaka is
He
better.
literally told you all to F
Granit
off.
Xhaka is better. That was, listen, you
chance.
see, that's the thing with us fans. The difference between Arsenal fans and Chelsea fans, we can forgive.
We can forgive.
Right?
Not Lukaku, but we can forgive.
Look at that.
We've got pride. We've got principle.
Okay, do you forgive Ashley Cole?
We got standards. We got standards.
Ashley Cole don't play for Arsenal, right? We forgive Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka's been you know what? Let me just point out as well. It's not just this season.
No, he's a very good player.
Last season he was excellent as well. He was better than Kovacic last season, and he's been better than Kovacic this season. He's scoring goals as well.
Yeah.
Right now, he's one of the best midfielders, box to box.
I'm sorry.
Of any team.
You lot are fake. I've never heard such criticism of a player, and you're kicking off, running off streams, and now you're telling me you want him in the combined 11.
Does that mean someone can't turn it around?
It means they can turn it around.
Can we not give someone credit for turning it around?
100%.
Hold on. Let me just say. Listen to these.
100%.
Right? Are they not the same people who have accepted back Kepa?
Hold on.
Who walked off the pitch?
He never disrespected the armband.
He disrespected you guys in a final.
But I did my fair share of that. It would be very hypocritical of me to say anything about that.
And we didn't put him in goal.
Disrespected you guys in a final.
The problem with Kepa is he didn't walk.
And we didn't put him in goal.
He refused to
And we didn't put him in goal. We give it to
He
you.
told you to F off.
And I just say,
him in your team.
I never told him.
He did. You were at the stadium that day.
I didn't boo him that day.
Jack
Next to his mum and dad.
Yeah, then when he took a picture with him, you fraud.
Hold on. Jack has turned it around, and I applaud him for his efforts. But Kovacic has never had to turn it around.
No, he's always been consistently good.
Because he's an undisputed world-class central midfielder. And that's been shown at Chelsea throughout
Can't we get him in now? My suggestion is play Shaq.
He's one player of the year. He's an incredible
One player of the year for where?
Well, so do we?
Yeah, that's you lot. I mean, that's you.
Guys, Leeds put forward a compromise that they both make the team either side of Thomas Partey with Odegaard missing out.
They're too similar.
But hold on a minute. Then we've missed out.
Mason Mount and Kante.
We've missed. You cannot. If we're not going on injuries.
Other midfielders.
But if we're not counting injuries, if you don't put Kante in this team, I'm going to walk off.
I love Kante.
Yeah, but
he already said he loves Kovacic as well.
Not the player he was.
No, I don't agree with that.
Sophie, if we're doing this video, right, about a year and a half ago, right?
I agree.
100%.
Everyone on this table would say Kante.
2
years ago. Everyone, but he's...
Only because of injuries.
No, and plus he's knocking on a bit now. He's
only because of
he's a
injuries.
world-class player.
Right, that's it. I want Ben Chilwell back in.
If I'm being honest...
You want him Nicky Joy in it next night, you know?
Change of heart.
If I'm being honest, Mason Mount would be a much stronger person to put forward than Kante, in my opinion.
Really?
I think Mason Mount he's been Chelsea's talisman for
and if you're going to put Mason Mount in there, Odegaard has to be in.
Odegaard has not been consistent.
I don't think.
Mason
Mount.
He's been more consistent than Odegaard.
No.
Nothing this season.
Mason hasn't had. Other than, he had an amazing free kick against Villa, but other than that, Mason hasn't reached his full potential this season. He hasn't been as consistent.
He had a dodgy period earlier in the season.
Yeah, but okay,
but Mason Mount's probably been the best player at our club over
last couple of years in terms of.
Yeah, but I think if you're going on now.
So it's Kovacic versus Xhaka, and it's Odegaard versus Mount.
Yeah, let's
I think as a compromise we should go Kovacic.
I don't think it's that difficult.
You should get one.
I think Kovacic and Odegaard then.
Whereas
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Kovacic and Odegaard.
So no Mason Mount in the team.
Mason Mount
is obviously.
I think it should be Xhaka and Mount. Personally, I think Xhaka and Mount.
I'd be more inclined
to do that because I think Mason Mount is in the team. Whatever you want to do.
I think, Odegaard's good, but I think Mason Mount just
Why not Odegaard?
Okay, cool.
Xhaka and Mount.
He's still not the finished answer.
Xhaka over Kovacic is wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
Xhaka, excellent.
I've lost all faith.
And by the way, can we just
it's not wild.
We have to pinpoint that Lee is a big fan of Kovacic, and just as Sophie was a big fan.
I like Kovacic as well.
So do you, exactly.
But he's not better than Xhaka
Kovacic and Mason Mount really should both be in the team.
No, you're having a laugh. Xhaka all last season and this season.
Okay, so we're going to have to compromise somewhere. Then what's going to be your name? So Mount and
back end.
I would actually put Kovacic.
And Mount. And then when we get to the attackers.
Xhaka and Partey, that's what I would go with.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Mason Mount, I'd leave out. Bring in Kovacic.
Kovacic.
Whatever his bloody name is.
But Mason's bringing you goals. He's adding goals into the midfield.
Partey and Xhaka. I'm a big...
The best and completely non-tribal way of doing this, I'm being totally non-biased, the best thing is Thomas Partey with Kovacic and Mason Mount. That is the team.
No, that is.
And then when we get to the attackers, we'll be more graceful.
It should be Xhaka has to be in there. How many goals has Xhaka scored? How many... Kovacic's passes, every now and again, he scores a bang, and that's it.
In the country,
no, look at the goals he scored as well.
What are you saying here? You're saying
Partey. He's been a much more effective midfielder.
Partey, Mount, Xhaka. Partey, Xhaka, Mount.
Partey, Xhaka, Mount.
Get them all.
Partey, Xhaka, Mount.
Partey, Xhaka. Mount has to be in.
I agree.
Mount.
You're the boss.
Partey, Xhaka, Mount.
Fine.
You've had a mayor on this video.
Excuse me?
You've had a mayor.
We should add a pre-match.
No Chilwell, no Mount.
No. I said I want back in on that.
In the front three then.
Left-hand side, Martinelli. Right-hand side,
Saka. You can't.
Down the middle, Jesus. I think we've got the whole front three.
You're starting trouble with me. You're looking at me.
Saka, yes, I love him. I think he's a great player. Saka, yeah.
Let's see it from the Chelsea side.
It's an all Arsenal front line.
Wow.
Hold on a second. Before we give them...
Hold on a minute.
It's Rory. It's called respect. You're moaning at me about Kovacic and Chilwell, but it's obviously an all Arsenal.
Hold on. Just before we recorded this video, we spoke about it's not just about form, it's about the player. And Sterling's name was brought up. Sterling.
Sterling's quality.
Really? You're going to leave it? The player that carried England at the Euros, the player that was at Manchester City doing his business last season. Martinelli was inconsistent last season. I saw him have, 3-4 goals? And we're going to throw Martinelli in because he scored a header last weekend. Are you taking a mick? Don't make me pick on this table. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not leaving this table without my Jamaican. And you're going to back me on this. Reggae sauce till we die. Jamaicans are standing united. Sterling is sticking on that.
You know, because I visited Nigeria recently. It's a very nice place, right? So
Did you go to Brazil?
And I hear Brazil's beautiful as well.
You heard.
Martinelli's in. Listen, what you're describing there is the Man City Sterling.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And the Man City Sterling.
England Sterling.
Right? But I'm telling you,
you love
now,
England, don't
right?
you, Lee? Do you love England?
The Chelsea Sterling.
Well, then listen
The
up.
Chelsea Sterling does not get in ahead of Martinelli. I'm sorry.
No. So,
Right?
if, so
And I'm sorry, Saka's in there.
Yeah,
Saka is in there.
And so is Jesus.
What about Aubameyang?
No, he's not in there.
You man love Aubameyang. Remember?
No, listen.
I have to admit,
Aubameyang.
Jesus right now.
Aubameyang did great things for Arsenal when he was there, but right now he's Jesus.
But I think
Of the player at the club. We're not doing it on because if it's actually the whole player, that Sterling argument is definitely valid. And if you're looking at Aubameyang as well as an actual striker,
No, but this is the Chelsea and Arsenal. This is.
Do you know I've got you? Do you know where you don't want to make it about what they've done at the club? You finished 8th back-to-back in the last 2 seasons. Do you really want to make it about the club? Because we can do that.
5th last year, but
Okay, nice.
behave,
We finished in the top 4 Champions League winners. Do you want to make it about the club?
No,
we
I
can do
agree.
that.
No,
We can do that.
Sterling went there.
Well, then we have to go back in the rest of this team.
Sterling went there. Sterling went there or Aubameyang.
We don't start moving.
Guys, I think we just need a woman.
It was a really good point until your last sentence.
Because you're all just having a big argument here.
Yeah.
Listen.
We love each other, really.
I would have picked, yes, of course we do, Johnny. I would have picked Sterling if you were basing him on an all-round player, but has he been as good for Chelsea as he was for City? No. So it is an Arsenal front three.
Are you playing against
this is 3 times. She's scored it
I don't need to fist.
The thing is, annoyingly, I think Raheem Sterling overall is a better player than Martinelli. Overall, his career, like Martinelli won't achieve what Raheem Sterling has achieved. But in terms of today, which is how you set this out at the beginning, in terms of picking the team today, if the game was tomorrow, Martinelli is playing better, more consistently than Raheem Sterling.
But do you not have faith in Sterling to?
Yeah, of course I do.
Just get to that level. Like at the Euros, he wasn't having a great.
Yeah, what are you doing? I'm abiding by your rules.
I'm getting a neutral host.
You said if the game were tomorrow. Look, in the future, I think that Raheem Sterling will end this season in a better way than Martinelli. I think that Raheem Sterling's career will be looked on incredibly kindly. I think Raheem Sterling is an elite player. Yeah. But today, it isn't going his way. And Martinelli is on form.
But it's only
if
November,
the game was played tomorrow, all Arsenal players are in form.
Yeah, but exactly. It's only November.
But the reason I say take the Euros, Matisse, right? He wasn't in great form, I don't think, for City, Sterling, going into those Euros. New team, new lease of life. He was unbelievable that whole tournament. So Sterling can just
So let's do this debate. So let's do this debate towards the end of the season. Let's see what's happening. Because at the minute, it's an Arsenal front three.
When's that trip to the Emirates?
And I want to go home.
Can you just count up how many players we've got?
All right, so the starting 11, or combined 11 as things stands, Ramsdale in goal.
Yeah.
Reece James. Although they had to wrestle for that one.
Yeah, I know. Ridiculous.
Saliba, Thiago Silva. And I'm going to leave the left back one up to the comments here.
Yeah, do
she's
that.
Changed her mind now.
Yeah, because
and then you two disagree. You all disagreed on Zinchenko.
All 3 of them.
No, we consulted and we put forward 10.
Yeah, but I then changed my mind and decided.
Then the midfield.
That wasn't where I wanted to go.
Partey, Xhaka and Mount.
Yes, Mason Mount.
Kovacic.
That's
and then
mental.
Martinelli, Jesus, Saka. Which I made that 3.
I have had a shock of this video, haven't I?
7, maybe 8 Arsenal players.
But I suppose they are.
I was being honest.
Hold on. For a very long while.
The manager.
Thomas Tuchel.
Sophie, come on.
Get over it, Sophie. He's gone. He's gone, Sophie.
Let it go.
Oh, I forgot. I actually forgot for a split second.
You can't make a case, Rory. Don't do it.
Hold on. If we're not just doing, are we just doing what they've done at the club? Because then that would be unfair on Potter because he's only just come through the door.
No, it's there.
I want to make it very clear. Osterson's beat Arsenal and it was Graham Potter in charge. Brighton
Osterson's beat Arsenal in one game.
Yeah,
they beat them.
But who's a stronger team?
No, but we also beat them. And when we
but you're meant to. The context of the situation is that
the return game is a nothing game.
Yeah, you're meant to be Brighton.
So before you come really
Brighton are the end product that we're getting to. But because who in charge of that team? Graham Potter. So that's another point. But Brighton were the highest place finish last season under Graham Potter. Would Arteta have done that? Back-to-back 8th place finishes for you. There's no way you can just have a landslide because of a few good months. When before this, a lot of people would have been saying Arteta out before these couple of months. So if you're talking about over a managerial stint, Graham Potter's trajectory has only been upwards. Arteta has been a lot of down, and now only now he's starting to give him.
Do you know the other thing that you have to respect with Graham Potter? Like, I've got so much love for his hustle. Like, he was a few years ago, he's managing Leeds Metropolitan University, and now he's managing in the Champions League. Like, you know that.
So he's gone downhill in since then.
You know that work rate. You know, it's so impressive. Whereas Arteta was sort of bombed into the job. Could have got sacked. Lost at home to Burnley, and I thought he would get sacked. Of course, won an FA Cup, which is incredibly significant.
Barcelona now want him.
Yeah, but that's recency bias.
Clubs like Barcelona now.
Recency bias.
Yeah, I mean, Ronald Koeman went there, though, didn't he? Like,
I mean, Barcelona's recruitment is nothing to.
And I don't. We're not even sure if Potter will make it till the end of the season.
Oh, we are. Don't be.
You weren't saying that now.
Chelsea.
You weren't saying that now.
Chelsea.
Roman's not here anymore. Roman's not here anymore.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
So you three.
Hold on, wait a minute. It weren't Roman who sacked.
That wasn't hiring and firing though. That's the first manager that they've appointed under their regime.
So you're going Arteta? You all Arteta?
It's got to be Arteta.
And you three?
Arteta. Potter.
Potter.
I'm a big Potter fan though, like, you know.
Well, good. I'm glad we know.
It's a good film.
Films are really good.
Yeah. I was wondering.
James, I can guarantee you everybody at this table rated Graham Potter when he was in a Brighton tracksuit, and I heard Arteta out numerous times. So I'm saying Graham Potter.
Yeah.
The Arsenal fans have spoken.
There were Brighton fans saying Potter out. He had to say he had to remind those fans where he'd come from. You forget that as well. So listen, he's had a lot of downs as well. So relax.
I am going to go with.
Be honest.
I swear to God.
Okay,
I know what she's going to say.
Manager top of the Premier League.
Okay, pick a hand.
What?
Pick a hand. No, it's up to Lee.
Oh my gosh.
Graham Potter.
There you go.
What a way to decide it.
They were actually both Potter, so.
I'm glad that she's given it the considered.
So do you know what she's done 3 times in this video? You know when Bielsa told his team to just let Villa score or whatever it was?
And they
yeah. At least fair play for the honesty. Tried to be myself. But all right, guys, this has been a fairly
Yeah, it's a good one,
lively debate. For what it's worth, I'm giving it Arteta because I trust the process. So we're going to leave it there, guys. That was the combined 11 on the Super Fan.
I'm not sure.
We're shaking hands.
I've just realised I've had
I'm
a
just
R.I.P. Rory, though. You died of that, man. I mean, we missed
Chilwell.
I know, we missed you.
He's still going on about Chilwell.
Chilwell was ridiculous.
Oh, Jesus.
Let us know in the comment section, guys. Does Chilwell make your combined 11? And Raheem Sterling, I'm surprised there wasn't more of a fight. I think Rory's just said that he's realising.
Yeah.
But
That was an error. But I was rattled because of what had happened with Kovacic and Chilwell. They got in my head.
we're going to learn more about it this Sunday, guys.
Sunday and all.
Well, yes, this Sunday, guys, AFTV will be covering the watch along, everything before when the starting 11 comes out, the full-time reaction. Hopefully Arsenal got that win and maybe the confidence we've shown on this side will be worth it. But Chelsea with a point to prove. Last results haven't quite gone their way, but it had gone really well for Graham Potter at the start. And it's a massive opportunity for them to close the gap on top spot. So we'll see how we're left at the end of Sunday. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Big thanks to everyone involved. You guys have been fantastic.
Everyone.
Like the video, comment section, all that. We'll see you soon.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.